Hi and welcome to the Outreach and Training Working Group introduction video. My name's Robin. I am a coordinator for the Outreach and Training Group. And this video will give you a bit of an introduction to what that group is about and what it entails to be part of it. So as we build towards the rebellion on the 31st of October, we want to engage as many people as possible with our message for creating social change around the ecological crisis. The Outreach and Training Working Group therefore looked at how we can connect with people, build relationships, and then get them actively involved with the rebellion. This is primarily done through workshops in different areas of the country which highlight the extent of the ecological crisis and invite others to join us in taking mass civil disobedience in the style of Gandhi and Martin Luther King and others. Each workshop will be done by one trained member of the group and one unexperienced member. This means that as we're recruiting others, we are also training ourselves and creating a network of self-replicating workshops across the country. From talking to major journalists, we know that 400 people going to prison will create a crisis for government policymakers. It will be significantly less as the public gets into more of this emergency mode that we have to be in to properly confront climate change and the ecological crisis that we're in. So it could be fewer, but let's remain with 400. So on the basis of the 13 workshops that we've done so far, we'd expect around 30 to 50% of people that take part to say they're up for getting arrested, and around 10 to 20% are up for going to prison. Now, if we assume there's going to be a dropout rate of around 50%, we can say that an average meeting of 40 people will get 3 to 4 people that are up for going to prison. This means we need 100 workshops between now and October the 31st. These will happen in major cities across the country and focus on key places like universities and festivals for recruitment. For more information on the workshop, check out the video in the top right of the summary of the workshop, which will give you a bit more detail of what that involves. The primary document for this working group is the main recruitment plan, which can be found on Basecamp under Docs and Files. The document is essentially an overview of what Outreach and Training are working on at the moment, with details all the different stages in the process. It contains the latest minutes from every weekly working group meeting and has a list of all the members in the working group. If you are joining the outreach group, please do add your name and contact details to the top of that list under members. There are 4 main subgroups for the outreach and training process at this stage, though this may increase later. There's the festivals group, which looks at connecting with festivals to run workshops and build a profile for the rebellion over the summer. The online recruitment group, which focuses on using social media to contact people that have shown interest in the rebellion and directs them to the latest events in their area. The offline recruitment group, which works on the workshops themselves. And the non-violent direct action group, which looks at subsequent training for direct action and the process of forming affinity groups, which are crucial to the decentralization of the action taking place on the 31st. The outreach group has a set pathway to action which details the process of how we get people from that initial workshop into the stage of potentially going to prison on the 31st of October. Firstly, we make initial contact with the group through social media, emailing, calling, or just going along to one of their meetings, and we organise to do a workshop in the area which they can host. So, for example, if we want to go to Nottingham, we'd speak to maybe the Fossil Free group at Nottingham University and ask them if they'd like to host a talk by us, and then everyone that comes to that talk should be contacted by phone and email within 3 days, and those that want to help organise the rebellion should be directed to a working group that works for them, like online promotions or the arts group. and be put in contact with a coordinator from that group. They can then watch videos just like this one, which will give them a better understanding of the working group and how it operates and how they can help. Those that are up for doing arrestable actions after going to the workshop should be told about the next non-violent direct action workshop in their area and should go along to be trained and then form an affinity group from that workshop. The affinity groups will meet up, practice some actions, and do promotion in their area, and then organise for joining the rebellion in October with the actions and logistics group. Each of these stages is covered in much more detail in the document, but this video helps to give a bit of overview of what that process entails. It's crucial that we build these relationships and talk to people throughout this whole process and get people engaged in that sense of emergency that we need to properly combat a crisis. Similar to that of World War II, you know, he had massive effort being focused on one point and a sense of urgency around that point. Thanks for watching this video. And to find out more about the outreach group, please do watch other videos in the outreach playlist on our YouTube channel, which will give you more of a sense of what's being done in outreach and how you can get involved. Thanks.